When you think of Komodo Island, you think of, well, Komodo dragons. On the beaches, they're the top dog, or at least the top reptile. They lie in wait and pretend to be sand, and then try to eat everything that moves, including each other. Seems to work for them. However, there is more to Komodo Island than the dragons on its beach. Each layer of the ocean around Komodo has creatures that try to make a living in their own way. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. It's hard to get lower than the sand, but this stargazer does. He's the only guy whose dive computer would say 81 feet on the 80-foot dive. His eyes are placed on top of his head so that he can wait for tasty neighbors to come over for dinner. What if your food is waiting on top of the coral? Crocodile fish blend in and wait for dinner to be served. Their flattened body design and variegated coloration make them natural ninjas of the ocean floor. Lots of other fish use this same strategy. They disguise themselves and sit still, waiting for food. This scorpion fish looks like an Indonesian gargoyle as it blends into the background. And this large sponge also blends in. Wait a minute, that's not a sponge, it's a frogfish. Well, no wonder the dive master was so excited. Cool! This carrier crab didn't get the memo about sitting still once he's hidden. He does a good imitation of a jellyfish, but then blows it by marching around, holding it above his head. He looks a little embarrassed, as I think any of us would under the circumstances. Walking seems better than swimming for the inimicus devil scorpion fish, all the better to escape danger and sneak up on unsuspecting fish or crustaceans. There are other tricks for succeeding on the ocean bottom. Sea cucumbers shovel in the chow as fast as they can find it. Their nutrient-rich food is euphemistically called marine snow, which is really just recycled fish food. I mean really recycled. Crinoids look like ferns. This feather star appears to float in the current, but no, it's out looking for food. Even though it doesn't have eyes, or even a face, it uses sensory nerves in its legs to find a suitable location. It does seem happy with its new home. It takes different skills to survive above the seafloor. Lionfish cruise along, watching for their food. Their poisonous spines protect them against attacks from above, but nothing protects the smaller fish from their attack. Gulp. Some fish cooperate with each other. This cleaning station for anthias benefits both the cleaner and the cleanee. The small cleaner fish remove parasites from the anthias and eat them. The parasites, that is. Anemone fish believe in family values. The young ones are protected by their father before birth. They often live together on the same anemone, as shown in the classic documentary film Finding Nemo. Mammals have few offspring and are very protective. This mother dugong helps her endangered pup learn to swim and to survive. Many fish school together. These fusiliers use a defense against predation called risk dilution. If your school's attacked, the chances are that one of your buddies will be eaten instead of you. Life up in the pelagic zone requires different strategies. Turtles swim over the reefs and are exposed to predators. They protect themselves by carrying armor with them. Swimming with heavy armor doesn't sound like a good idea, but turtles use their lungs as internal buoyancy compensators to make it back to the surface. Manta rays have the largest brain-to-body ratio of all the cartilaginous fish. They use this large brain to avoid eating sea cucumbers. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that food tastes better before being recycled. Fresh plankton is their food of choice. Their cephalic fins, located on the head, direct plankton to their mouth, which is then filtered through their gills. So remember, the dragons rule the beach, but the denizens of the deep are making it in Komodo.